It feels really weird to be headed into town. I'm not getting ready for my booth at Tyson Wells Cellarama. But today is a day of errands. Jana has gone to run her errands and she's going to meet with friends. I'm headed to meet Joan and finish what's left at my booth to get it down. We packed everything up yesterday, but I have books and rugs there that need to go in my rig. So I'm headed in today with my rig, and then I've got to do things like water and propane and even the dump station, all that kind of stuff that you don't get to do because we were leaving camp anywhere between 7:30 and 8:30 every morning to do Tyson Wells. And then we would get home anywhere from 5:30 to 6 or so, or 5:30 or 6:30. So it was some very long days, but it was totally worth it. Let me know what you thought of that series down below. And I've got some things coming up that I think you're going to be interested in. So hang tight. Let's go see Joan. Okay, so I'm here with Joan. I'll tell you what we're up to in a minute. But what did you just say, Joan?
Oh my God, I gotta unpack all this stuff when I get back to camp.
Yeah, so it didn't just end when we got packed up from the site, which Joan is in the process of doing. Now we have to put all of that stuff somewhere. So we're back here now at Tyson Wells. And as you can see, all the lots are pretty much empty. Everybody's, unless they're staying for all 3 shows like Nate. So I put my rugs and my tarp here overnight because they go on Phoenix on the hitch-all. And we put everything, as you saw, in Jana's truck. And so today I'm here picking up the rugs and tarps. Well, Jonesy, it's been a while since I've been in the truck with you.
I know.
I think a year or so.
I think so.
I think so. So what
this looks familiar, like Lone Pine.
yeah, exactly, like Lone Pine and Lone Pine in Wyoming and
that one
Idaho.
You took me. What's that called when we were out, rough riding? What is that when we're out?
Oh, yeah. That was in Idaho, trying to find a campsite because she was leaving and I didn't want to stay where I was because I knew other rigs would come in because it was a pretty big open space on public land. And they just come in. If there's only one rig and there's a lot of space, they'll come in. And I didn't want to camp with strangers. So we went out on what she calls a 4x4, but for me it was nothing. But she was like, "Oh my God!"
You taught me how to go up on the between the tire roots. You know, get in the middle and on the side. I'd never done anything like that. Just because I have an all-wheel drive doesn't mean I do all-wheel drive.
And we passed some, remember those ATVs we passed? And they're like, and they stopped us and they're like, "Are y'all okay?" So, I'm going to turn some air on, sweetheart.
Yep, they were great.
Yeah, so we had a blast that day. So what we're doing is, Joan, because she has a storage unit here that she leaves a lot of her inventory and stuff in for the year. Can you get out? It's clear over here.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't believe you didn't stop.
I know that wasn't nice. Anyway, she is being so gracious. Hopefully by the time I do 2 more QIAs, I won't need it. But she is being very gracious and letting me put 2 boxes of books in her storage unit. Now, I have room in Phoenix for 2 bins of books, but that's all I have room for until we go to Jana's lake house, and she's going to let me leave my china in her lake house. So, but until that happens, I have no more room at the inn. Okay, now Joan and I are walking to K&B tent because I need Dicor because I've got a leak in my roof and it's going to start raining. So I need to get that fixed. And I need a long screwdriver to get the rocks out of my tire treads. What are you going for, Joan?
Dicor.
Dicor? Well, they didn't have Dicor at K&B. either the K&B tent on Kuhn, and we called the K&B main store on Main Street. Their Sticks and Bricks building, and they're out there as well. So I called RV Lifestyles, and as always, they have some and are just really wonderful people and usually have what you need. So we are headed to RV Lifestyles. Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah,
Again. Now I'm off to get propane, and then I'm going to go sit in line, I think, for the dump and water at LTVA South. Jana went by there this morning before she went and met up with her friends, our friends, and said that the line was just like forever long. And even, well, she didn't go to LTVA South. She was even going to pay in town. So I'm assuming that, and even there it was just way too long to wait. So I'm assuming that I'm going to be waiting for a while at LTVA South to do my dump and water. But right now I'm going to go get propane. Babies, let me get the propane tank. Let me get the propane tank. Oh, good babies. Oh, goodness. Yeah, good babies. Matahari. If this traffic is any indication, I may be in for a long wait, but I gotta get it done. Wasn't able to do it during the Tyson Wells Cellarama, and I took showers enough and washed my hair enough that I'm out of water and my tank is full. So I don't have much of a choice today, but it's all good. I'll get back to camp and relax, and I know that Jana is having a good time at Beer Bellies with everyone. I just could not do it today. Not after 8.5 days at Tyson Wells, because we got rained out for 1.5. Hey babies, how y'all doing down there? Huh? Y'all doing all right on these errands? Yeah. Well, you can see the line up there. It's not too bad. Maybe 15? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on the right up there. So maybe it won't be too long. We'll see. I ended up pulling out of line because I sat there for 30 minutes and never moved an inch. As I drove by, I counted, and there were 15 rigs. So I don't know how many hours or how much time I would have spent in line. And so I'll come back and do this maybe tomorrow or the next day. But I went ahead and pulled up to the water stations, and there wasn't a single person in front of me. So I was able to fill up my fresh water tank. So I'm getting water, and my water filter thing didn't have a gasket, but this young man next to me did, and he loaned it to me. And I love my new port that Jana put in for me. Thank you, Frugal RV Gal. Now I'm headed home with the fur babies, and Jana is still at Bear Bellies and having a great time, and I wish I could. I just can't, and it's okay because I've had a great day. But I tell you what, I spent $45 on Dicor, and let's see, $30 on propane, and then $35 at the grocery store. I need to head home. I don't spend money when I'm in camp. Jana jokes that she just thought she was retired because we have been working so hard. And it's so funny because I'm getting texts from friends and family today that are like, hope you're enjoying your rest and taking it easy. And it's like, not yet. It'll happen. And I'm glad that Jana is able to take some time and have some fun, because she is just the wind beneath my wings, and more than I can possibly say thank you for all that she does. And so I am going to be at camp in a little bit. When I went by, one of the things I had to buy at the grocery store, it was ice, because I haven't even made ice. It's the first time since I've been in Phoenix, 3 years now, 3+ years, that I didn't fill up the ice trays. I always have ice, and it's one of the hottest days of the winter. I think it's like 72 or 74 out there. So I am going to go park it and get my lawn chair out and get the baby's dog beds out and sit in the shade next to the RV and eat some fried chicken that I just bought and take it easy. And so I guess in a way I am getting to take it more easy than the 10, 12, 14, 16 hour days we've had. But I am so grateful for my life, and I'm grateful for each of you for being on this journey with me. Thank you so much. Make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, please, and stay tuned for some things that we've got coming up that are going to be lots of fun. Let me show you around on the drive to camp. I guess it's a good thing I headed back to camp when I did, because I started skipping a little bit. And when I got to camp, I ran over our rug, which means I also ran over my outdoor lights, and I broke one of them, as well as one of the dog beds. Oopsies!